Hello, everybody. Yo, Ethanam, what's up? How are you doing? Hi, everyone. Those joining, how are you doing? Let me know where you're joining us from. Yeah, I'm doing fine too. I just had fufu, so I am perfect. Okay, I'm trying to set up. All right, what's up, guys? It's another live session, and okay, my camera is here, but my screen is here, so I'll be looking here. Oh, Ethanam, don't worry. I'll send you some, man. Don't worry, I'll send you some. Yes, the camera is here and the screen is here. So I haven't set up my Canon yet to use that. I've been trying, but it comes and goes. It comes and goes. So later I'll sort it. For now, I'm using my MacBook's camera. So it's here, but I'm looking at the screen here. So don't worry. Okay, guys, welcome. We'll be answering questions and then we'll be doing some demonstrations. I don't want this to be just me. So I will copy the link here. So if anybody wants to join, invite guests. If anybody wants to join, they can use the link in the comments. You can join using the link in the comments so that you also appear on the screen here. So we'll have a conversation. Okay. So if you want to join, just use the link that I've posted in the comments, and I'll add you to the screen here. I think 4 or 8 people can join at a time. So please, if you want to join, just use the link. You don't need to install anything. Just copy the link and paste in your browser, and that's it. StreamYard will add you, and I'll accept you here so that we can have an interaction. We'll be on for 1 hour. So if you have any question that you want answered or you want anything explained to you, please go ahead. All right. So as we wait for people to join and all that, I will start with my end to end. I always do my end to end retouching thinking because I want people to get an understanding of the whole retouching process. It's not magic. You don't just get up and then you have your retouching intact. You need to go through certain procedures. So don't forget, you can use the link that I've posted in the comments to join this so that you also appear live here. Or if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments and I'll surely see them. As we wait for that, let me check these banners. What are they saying? You can ask questions. Okay. Um, okay. All right. So as we wait for people to join, let's just go ahead and oh, okay. All right, let's just go ahead and start our lesson. So let me see, what do I use? Should we do Capture One first, or we go straight to Photoshop? Juice, okay, from Zambia, welcome. What backdrop colors do you what backdrop colors do you recommend? Juice, the backdrop colors, it will depend, okay? I started with a gray backdrop because with my research, everybody was mentioning gray because you can always change the color of gray. It's easier to throw gels on it on gray instead of having like a specific colored backdrop. If you have gray, it's easier to throw gels on, and then all any gel that you throw on gray, you get that exact color. So I started with gray backdrop. But would I advise anybody to start with gray? Well, yes, you can. If that's the only color you can buy gray. And then the way light falls on gray, it's like it's simpler. So you can use that to learn how to light well before you start doing other colors. Also, gray is like universal, aside white, which goes with every color. Gray also goes with almost every color. So you can get gray if you can buy only one at a time, or you can start with only one backdrop. I would advise you get gray because it gives you room to play. It gives you room to make mistakes and correct them. So yes, Jules, you can start with gray. But if you already have gray, then I would say go for white. Okay. Okay, so Jules says we should start with Photoshop. All right, no problem. Let me fire my Photoshop and put this here. Okay, so I'm going to present, share screen, share screen, entire screen, and screen 2, share. Yes, Jules, I remember you. I remember you very well. Okay, so we have Photoshop open here. So I'm going to load an image in. So we go ahead and retouch. But please remember that everything here is for you guys. So if, where is this one? Hide. Okay. So if there is anything that you need explained, no, I won't just be here doing whatever I want. It is because of you guys. So if there is anything you need explained, just put it in the comments or join so that it will help you. Let me see. All right. I'm trying to get an image to open. Where is my capture one? Okay. So I have capture one here. Inside capture one, I'm waiting for questions. So guys, if you don't ask questions, then this whole thing will be useless because I'm here to answer your questions. Okay, so we have this image. Thank you, Jules. We have this image in capture one. I have raw processed it. Okay, here we go, adjust. Yes, so these are the adjustments I made. Somebody was asking about curve in the Telegram group. Someone was asking what curves does. What I use curves for is for contrast. What camera would you recommend for a beginner? Okay, let me answer this question. So Wanderlust is asking, what camera will you recommend for a beginner? This is a question I don't answer like straightforward. It's not a straightforward answer that I get this camera or not. First of all, what's your budget? How much are you willing to spend, or how much do you have at your disposal to spend on a camera? Secondly, What have you shot with? Have you shot with any other cameras? Have you, have you had a feel of other cameras? Thirdly, what kind of photography are you going to be doing? Are you going to be doing studio? Are you going to be doing events, sports? What kind of photography are you primarily going to be doing? Okay, and then also, what else? What else? Yeah, first your budget. Have you tested other cameras? What kind of photography are you going to be doing? Those three factors will determine what kind of camera I would recommend for you. Okay. When I started, I saw people using Canon. I saw just a few people using Nikon. Okay. So I used both cameras. My friend had a Canon 4, is it? Canon, there is 6D, there is 5D. Yes, Canon 5D Mark IV. My friend was using that and I used it. I liked it. Okay. Then I used another friend's D610 and I liked it. I preferred the D610 to the Canon. Why? The Nikon had more details in the pictures. Canon gave more softer images. But if you're going to be doing pictures and videos at the same time, then Nikon may not be the best. You should go with a Canon because if you're using a Canon 6D Mark II or the Canon R, okay, you'll be able to do video and pictures at the same time. So if that's what you intend doing, fine. And also now it comes to budget. The Canon EOS R, I think in Ghana it's from between 12,000 and 16,000. So if you have that kind of money, why not? You can go for it. But if you don't have that kind of money, then you may want to go for 6D. Okay. And generally, Canon things are cheaper than Nikon and Sony. So if you're a beginner and budget is your problem, then go start with a 6D. Okay, a 6D is good. Or let me just say 6D Mark II. It's very, very good. But then the price from 12,000 upwards, that's what it costs. So if you have that kind of money, feel free, go for a 6D Mark II. If you don't have that kind of money, today I saw a 5D for I think 5,000 or something. I said 6D Mark One for 5,000. So if you don't have that much money, you can get a 6D, a correct one, of course, not one that has been overused, a correct one, and then use the rest of the money to buy a good lens. That's perfect. All right, so Wanderlust, I hope your question has been answered. In the meantime, and it's good. Looking at the price and the features, 6D is perfect for you. Just make sure you don't get one that has been overused. Get one that is in good condition, and then invest in lenses because once you choose to shoot Canon, you're going to change the body at a time, at one point. So it's better you buy like a good body, start with a good body, and then invest in lenses so that later when you upgrade, you'll be able to get you have the lenses already, then you just get a new body. Also, don't forget um, mirrorless and then DSLR. So if you start with 60, it means you're going DSLR. The good thing is you can have a lens converter to convert from just the normal EF or whatever Canon uses to the R. Okay, so Wanderlust, I hope your question has been answered in a way you want. I have 6D with 50 mm lens. Looking at getting one additional lens, which one will you suggest? I do both studio and events. Okay, so Solomon, I like questions like this. They are like straightforward. I love it. Now, you already have a 6D and then a 50 mm. You do studio and then events. So I was in this kind of situation. I had a D610, which is just like the 6D, and I had just a 50 mm and a kit lens. So I was supposed to get another lens, and it was a whole confusion. But before that, I had a chance to upgrade like fully. So I went straight to the no. Okay, let me come back to you. After that, I'll tell my story. So with your kind of information, if you shoot events, okay, let's say weddings or birthday parties or parties in general, sometimes you find yourself in limited space. Let's say for an engagement, sometimes they are doing it in a room, a small room, and you need to take wide shots and then tight shots at the same time. In that situation, you will need a workhorse of a lens. One of such workhorses is a 2470. It's a bit expensive, but then we have the third-party ones like the Tamron and then Sigma. My 2470 is a Sigma for Nikon. They have the same thing for Canon. So it will be best you get a 2470. It's a versatile lens. It's a workhorse. I have shot events, let's say an engagement or a party, where I use just a 2470 throughout. With that, you have all the way to 24 wide to take group pictures or wide shots. And then you have all the way to 70, which is telephoto, to take headshots, portraits, and all those close-up ones. So you have one lens that you can use for everything. Once you get your 2470, I'm telling you, you will drop the 50. You may never use the 50. I have a 50 1.4. I don't remember the last time I used that 50 since I got a 2470. So Solomon, for now, the best lens you can get in addition to the 50 you have is 2470. If money is a problem. If money is not a problem, okay, and you can afford to go for the 70 to 200 and the 24 to 70. Depending on the kind of events you shoot, if your events are like in open spaces, like big spaces, then you may go for the 70 to 200. But I'm assuming you shoot weddings and other, events that are in close environments. So in that situation, you should go for the 2470. Solomon, I hope your question has been answered satisfactorily. So if anybody has any question, please go ahead and ask, and I will surely answer. So as we wait for questions, let's go to our photo here. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that anytime we go live, you will be able to see and you will join. Great, let's proceed. Yes, so let's continue. This is our image. It's been processed. The one who asked about the essence of curves, if you're here, let me know so that I'll direct the answer to you. Now, I use the curves here for contrast. If you look up here, there is contrast here, but I always leave it to 0. Yes, Solomon, you are welcome. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And drop a like for this video. The thumbs up, just press on it, okay? So here, if you look under the curve tool here, there is RGB, which is all the colors. If you click, you see all the colors here. There is red, which is only red. If you want to work on only reds here. Then there's green, if you want to work on only green, and then blue. These 3 colors make up all the colors that you will see there. And then there is one here, which is Luma. I only use Luma. Luma is what? Luminosity, light. So light here, if you work on the light, it doesn't affect the colors. Okay? And in this, there is always the S curve. Okay, S curve. So it moves like in S form. So it starts from the top here, goes up a bit, comes down in the middle, then goes to the left. So that's what gives you the S curve. It's what is normally known as the contrast curve. So I don't know how more to explain it, but we have the S curve. That is what is used mostly for contrast. That's how I use my curve here. Some use it for color grading. If you select only red and then you do your curve, it will work on there. So by doing just this, see how we have changed the tonality of this image. Somebody will say we did color grading, but no, it is not. It is not color graded. We just use the red curve here to do something there. So we can reset. Let me see. Just undo. Okay. Undo again. Good. So we'll leave it only on Luma for that. Now, our image has been raw processed here. These are the things I went through. This is shot with a Sony. If you see ARW, then it means it's from a Sony camera. Now here with exposure, I just increased it a bit of brightness, then I saturated it a bit to get the colors popping. Then under highlight, some places had a hotspot. So I used the recovery here to recover all those spots. Then with levels also deals with light. So I use that also for contrast. Then I add curve to it to do that. Apart from that, I don't do any other thing in my raw processing. So we'll take this image to Photoshop, export, and then we'll use our recipe to move it to Photoshop, export. Now we have our image in Photoshop. Please keep your questions coming, yeah? If you have any question you want to ask, just go ahead and ask. I will answer. If you want to join also, just use the link I posted earlier and I'll be able to add it. Let me see. I think the link has vanished. Let me copy it and then paste. So you can use the link I've pasted in the chat to join. If you want to join here so that your face appears, just use that. In the meantime, let's go back to our retouching. So here we have this image in Photoshop. Nothing has been done to it. It's in its raw state. We see the blemishes. Yeah, the blemishes on her chest, on her face. So first things first, before you start doing anything on your images, you want to define what you want to do. Okay, so let's bring an empty layer here. Then with our brush tool, should be okay. So let's use black. Okay, yeah. So it's black. So we'll be able to draw on our image to identify the things that we need to do. So when we come here, we realize that there are what? Blemishes. There are all these blemishes on her face that we would want to get rid of. All these blemishes, we want to get rid of them. All right. Now, there are different ways to do blemish removal. So let's delete this layer and then we'll start. So there are different ways to do blemish removal. There are the manual ways, and then there is the plug-in way where you use AI. Now, the AI I use is Retouch for me. Okay, it has this feature here called Heal. With Heal, AI will take off the blemishes for you easily. That's like the easiest way. Now, should you use AI for your retouching? Of course, yes. But you should know it's not for free, unless, of course, you have ways and means of getting it. So that way you can get it. But I would advise, if you can afford it, if you're retouching all the time, then you should get AI to help you to help reduce your by doing most of the things that you do manually for you. So here, let's do a manual blemish remover. So usually you create an empty layer and then you will choose one of the blemish removal tools from here. I like using the spot healing brush over here. So once with our spot healing brush selected, we will, okay, I want hardness 0. So this is a very, very soft brush. Now we will go to the spots we want to heal. So here we have this here. So we'll reduce the size of the brush according. I'm using a Wacom pen and tablet. So this process will be easy for me. Those of you using mouse, you will need to reduce the size of the brush to be the same or just a bit bigger than the blemish you're removing. But I'm using the pen, which has a sensitivity pressure. So I'm okay. I can use any size and the sensitivity will determine. So here we just what does it say? Could not use the spotting because they scratched this. Oh, okay. So I'll need to clear some things off before. Let me just close capture one. Not now. Okay, capture one is closed. So that should free up. Oh, wait, hold on. Capture one is closed. Let me save this also. Let me close Photoshop and open it again. Okay, so open Photoshop again from here. Okay, and then let's go here and open recent and this one. So here we go. We are back. So now with our image, let's so we go here. There's a blemish here, so we take it off. There's this also, we take it off. No, we don't want it. So let's do it again. All right, that's good. Solomon, please, when you exported the image, it moved directly from Capture One to Photoshop. Did you link the two applications? Okay, so this is can I use retouch for me for on 20? Yes, Jules, you can use retouch for me. Solomon, I'm coming to your question shortly. Can I use retouch for me on 2019 Photoshop? Yes, I think my Photoshop is 2023. Okay. You can use retouch for me on that. I'm very, very sure. Even though I don't know why you will still be using 2019 Photoshop, but I'm sure that should still work. Kelly, when you exported the image, it moved directly from Capture One. So let me open Capture One again. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me open Capture One YT. Great. So here, okay, this is what I did. When I said export, then it opened my recipe here, which I have set in here. Now you see here, after all the settings, it says what? Open with, and then I have Photoshop in here. So here you can select any app that you want to use. So you can choose other. So if you want to open this with any other app, I don't know any other app that you will use to retouch apart from Photoshop. you can just select it. So I linked it. I selected, oh, I used this one. I use Photoshop 2023. So once I click on export, it will open with. If you don't select any app here, it won't open with anything. So Solomon, I hope it's been answered. I don't know. Solomon, do you use Lightroom? If yes, I don't use Lightroom, so I don't know how it is done from Lightroom to the, but in Capture One, you can just link Photoshop here. So once you put open with and you put Photoshop, when you click on export, it will open with Photoshop. So that's how we were able to get it here. So now back to this. Do I need to pay for it? Yes, you will need to pay for Retouch for me. It's not a free thing. So you can check retouchforme.com. It will give you all the details. You need to buy the one. Each plugin is about 100 and something. Yeah, 100 and something. Solomon says he used Photoshop. Solomon, so Photoshop, what do you use for your raw processing? That means what? You don't do raw processing or what? Does that mean you don't do raw processing? Because once you raw process, yes, I know we all use Photoshop, but for raw processing, you have to use a raw processor, which is either Lightroom or Capture One. So let's continue. Now here we will continue removing blemishes with our spot healing brush. You can use the clone stamp. You can use the patch tool, anything that you want to use, any of them that works for you. But you see here, we are doing it manually, one by one. If you use the Retouch for Me plugin, AI, it will do it for you faster. What's happening? Why do we keep getting our screen unshared? Okay, any more question? So here, we are doing our blemish remover manually, like this. Everything we are doing here is manual, which takes a lot of time because if you're doing, let's say, a beauty retouch, like what we are doing, you will need to clear a lot of blemishes, a lot. And this is 100%. So we are seeing way more than we should. Imagine we go beyond 100%. That would be a problem. It says what? With the Retouch for Me AI, is the payment having a duration? As in, you pay for a month, or once you pay, that's full. Yes, we have for Retouch for Me, we have two types. Let me show you. We have two. One for there is one for your device local. So here, let's go to Retouch for Me. Is it showing here? No. So do Retouch for Me. So here we have different types. Okay, there is Apex, which is a new one that came up. I'm using that also. Then there is the plugins. Let's go to this one. Okay. So here, why is this in slow? So there is some sales going on, 40%. So you can grab one. So this is what we have. So we have different types. There is heal, dodge and burn, portrait volumes, perfect skin, like all these crop, all these plugins. So you buy them. If you buy the local ones, the ones that you install on your system, you buy once and that's it. Pay for one and you get to keep it for life. But then we have the cloud. We have the cloud ones. Let me show you what I have here. Photoshop. Good. So here, if you look here, there is on device, then there is a cloud. So with the cloud, what happens is you pay as you use. So with the cloud, it's like Adobe subscription. But the good thing is this one, you don't pay monthly or weekly, or there's no time limit. It is the number of users. So here, even as you try it for free, I'll send, if you guys want, let me send you my link, because with my link, once you go, I think you get 50 retouches for free. So if you haven't registered yet, don't do it yet. Let me know if you're interested. So I'll send my link, then you get 50 retouches. So with that, if you, so here it says what, 23 retouches for new users. So if you register now, you're going to get 20 free retouches. So anytime you come here and use any of them, that is one retouch. Do you get it? So you can either buy retouches, or you can pay and install on your system. So this is the panel. The panel shows all the plugins that they have, but it doesn't mean once you install the panel, you get all the plugins. So each plugin here, like let's say Heal is about $150. Mattify, $150. Dodge and Burn, $150. So if you want, let's say Heal and Dodge and Burn, that'll be like $300. If you pay that, it means it is yours forever. But if you come to the Cloud Retouch, you get access to every plugin that they have. Okay, so with the Cloud Retouch, you don't buy the plugin one after the other. All the plugins there are at your disposal. You can, it's like Airbnb. You rent a fully furnished house. Everything in the house is yours. You can use it at that time. But once you leave, like your time is up and you live there, it's no longer yours. Do you get it? Or you can go and rent your own empty room and then buy things and put in, furnish it yourself. That one, everything that you buy is yours forever. When you're moving, you move with the things. Do you get it? So it's the same. If you buy the on-device ones, you buy them one after the other. But if you're doing the Cloud Retouch, you just pay for the retouch and you get everything at your disposal. So anytime you use Heal, you can combine them, Heal with Dodge and Burn, with portrait volume, skin tone, white teeth, clean backdrop. All these, if you press Retouch, that is one retouch. So you can select any number of plugins you want and then press one retouch. That is one retouch. So if you press it now, out of 20, one will go. So it will be left with what, 19. So every time you click retouch, that's how it goes. Okay. I hope it's clear. Or if you want me to explain further, I can do that. Let me just go here. Delete this. Then let's do Command J, and then I'll use Apex. It's the same thing. Apex from Retouch for me. So you see on this machine, I have all of them there. I'm a reviewer for Retouch for me. So they send me all the various ones. But on this particular machine, this is a new machine I'm using. I've installed Portrait Volume, Mattify, Heal, Dodge, and Burn. So if I come to on device, I can use only these four. But Apex is a new plugin from Retouch for me. It's also cloud-based and it has everything. You see, it has every plugin here. But this one works differently. With this one, as you slide, you move the slides, you see the result like live. Everything happens in real time. So here, you see here, I have 404 credits. So that means what? I can retouch 404 single image, like every single retouch for 404. Okay, that's my credit there. So you can just purchase by credit, or you can buy the plugin one by one and install on your system. So here, we have 404, right? If I click on Start Retouching, after it's done, you see that it will come to 403, which means one credit is gone. So just watch. And this uses your internet. It uses the cloud. So if your internet is good, it will go fast. If your internet is not that good, then you will suffer. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. So now you see it's processing over here. it needs to get to 100%. Then we know that our image has been fully processed. Then we'll start shifting the slider. So now what happens is it sends your image to the server online. Then the server analyzes your image and then returns it back to you. Then you can start using the plug. So now it says what? Completed. Then once that is done, it should start. Oh, okay. Let's just cancel this one here. Why is it frozen? First quit. So my Photoshop is frozen here. Let me quit and then reopen it. Where is Photoshop? Okay. Okay, we are back here. Now, let me just log in so we can see my credit. Okay, so I've approved it. So you see, now I have 403 retouches. So this is my cloud panel. Now, this is on device. In the cloud, you can choose, let me delete, no, let me just save this here. Okay, so here we have this here. So we can delete what we did. Then we select heal, we select dodge and burn, portrait volumes. Yes, those three, because I have those three installed here. I have heal, dodge and burn, and then portrait volumes. So here we have 403 retouches. If I click on retouch, it's going to reduce to what? 402. I'm just showing you guys how the credit works. So let's go to retouch. Now it's going to send this image to the cloud. So you see, it says what? Enhancing, running. So it's processing. If you look at here, there is this thing, Richard for me panel, cloud retouch. So it's processing this image in the cloud. So your internet speed matters in this, because with the cloud retouch, it doesn't depend on your software. It doesn't depend on the power of your system. Any more questions? If you guys have questions, don't forget to ask and I will answer them. Just keep your questions coming. And don't forget to like this video if you're watching and you haven't done so yet. We will be off in about 10-15 minutes. So if you have a question now is the time. Ask it. Okay, hey, just now we've done 44 minutes. Wow. How did you light the image? Wow. I think I have a video. Jules, I have a video on my channel. Let me see if I can get the link so that I have a video on how I lit it. Let me check. Let me check now. It should be here. Hold on. In the meantime, if you have a question, just drop it. Let me see. Okay, so as I'll drop the video here, but now we see that as I said, now it's 403 retouches because we've used one. Now, if you look at this image, we only used retouch for me. So let me put all in one. Then name it retouch for me. Retouch for me. So here, inside the retouch for me folder, we have this. If we do before and after, let me go in 100%. So this is the face, okay? So we do, this is before and now. Before, after. Before, after. Now let me go slowly so you guys can see the difference. This is before, this is after. So this is what these three plugins have been able to do for us. If you look at it, yes, it did a great job, even though there is room for improvement, but it has done a great job. Before, after. Can you guys see the difference? So this is how Retouch for me can help speed up your workflow. Okay, if you know you'll be doing lots of retouches and you want to save time, I think you should invest in this AI. You may think, oh, at this point, money is the issue. But if you look at the job it will do and how much time you spend, you realize that this is very good. All right. So I'm trying to find that video. I'm trying to find that video. Should be somewhere last year. I didn't do a video for it. I think I did. I think, or I did not. Okay, I don't think I did. But I used to, okay, the video is on my TikTok instead. It's on my TikTok, yeah. So I can choose. If you like, I can do another video and then show how I did the lighting. Because in this situation, I used two lights. Okay, two lights. One, obviously, coming from the side here, which is lighting this place, and then here. So you can see that light. It's in a strip box, lighting here from the side. And then there is a beauty dish coming from the top, like this, like the butterfly. And then there is a reflector below. That's how I lit. So this was a two-light setup. One coming from the top, like in a butterfly way. Then there's a reflector below. And then one coming from behind on the side to light up this side. So if you see, this side of the hair is not lit, but this side is lit because there's a strip box coming from that side. In the next 5 minutes, we'll be going off. So if you have any question, please ask so that I can answer before going off. If you have any question, ask so I can answer before going off. So you see, Retouch for me did a good job for us before. I hope you guys can see the before and after. So a lot of these things you would have done by hand, doing dodge and burn, and then healing, and then the dodge and burn, we have two, global and then micro. So doing both takes a lot of time. This plugin does it easily for you, so you can integrate it into your workflow. All right. We are getting there. So we're going off any moment unless somebody has a question. So the next 3 minutes, I'll just be here waiting for questions. If questions don't come, then we will just go and continue another day. If you have any question, the time is now to drop it. Any questions? Waiting for questions. If there is no question, we'll be going off in the next minute. Unless somebody has a question. How can I get tutorial videos? Moses, I have a lot of tutorials on my YouTube channel. So the name of my channel is the same one here. If you're watching this video, then you can see subscribe under the video. Click on the subscribe button, and then you'll be subscribed to my channel. So anytime I post, it will come on your For You page. But if you want to get more tutorial videos, just go to Ghananie Photography. Ghananie Photography on YouTube. You will get a lot of videos. I have done a video on almost every topic in photography. But if there's a specific topic you want me to tackle, you just let me know and I will do a video on it for you. So in the meantime, you can just go on Ghananie Photography on YouTube and then subscribe and then just go through my videos. You will see everything there. Okay. So yeah. You're welcome, Moses. So on that note, it will be a goodbye here. Next week, I'll try and come live again, even though the numbers are not encouraging. I'll be back again next week. So we continue. If you are now joining, this live has come to an end. I am closing now. We did some retouch in Photoshop. All right, Moses, thank you. We did this retouch in Photoshop just using the Retouch for Me plugin here. We have both on device and from the cloud. In Ghana, aside Popo cameras, which other camera shops can be trusted in deliveries that you can recommend? Solomon, aside Popo, Popo is a friend. I have known Popo since I got my Tamron 70 to 200 lens from him. He had to order for me. I waited, it came and order. I got some SD cards from him and a couple of things. He's my friend. Some soft boxes and my brackets. I got a lot of things from Popo. Popo is very, very trusted. Also, there is NK. NK's NK Photo Kiosk. He's based in Tema. He's very, very good. Before Popo, NK used to be like the #1 person. And these other people came in. You know, competition is good. So NK is very, very well trusted. Who else? Yeah, I think Popo and NK, those two are. And then there is Mint. I don't know if you know of Mint, Camera Junkie. Yeah, Camera Junkie. He's a good friend. I bought a couple of things from my AD600, SD cards, Canon batteries, a whole lot. I got a whole lot from Mint also. So you can check NK Photo Kiosk, Mint, Camera Junkie, and then Popo. Those three are very, very trusted. Shika Kope, I don't know if she's still in the business, but you can try Shika Kope also. All right. Okay, so on that note, I will say we have come to the end of today's live and we will continue somewhere next week. Mighty Signature, I think partner came out of Popo. If I'm not mistaken, partner accounts came out of Popo. So yeah, I think they are also trusted. So you can use them. All right. So I think I'll still hang around and answer some questions, but I will have to close. Don't save. I'll have to close these ones and yeah, let's just take this off. So thank you guys for coming, and I will see you again in the next live. Have a nice weekend.